Xbox Game Pass is packed with amazing games, but some hidden gems don't get the love they deserve. In this video, we're diving into underrated must-play titles that you might have missed. From unique indies to surprise hits, these games are absolute gems waiting to be discovered. Let's jump in. Chivalry 2 throws you into massive 64-player battles where knights, archers, and berserkers clash in brutal combat. You can swing swords, fire arrows, or crush enemies with heavy weapons. The combat is easy to learn but rewards skillful blocking, dodging, and timing. The game has different classes, large maps, and exciting objectives like capturing points, defending castles, and storming gates. Some missions feel unbalanced and character customization is limited, but the action never slows down. If you enjoy fast-paced medieval battles, Chivalry 2 is a great choice. Get ready for intense sword fights and non-stop fun. In Prototo, you play as a gun-wielding potato fighting off waves of alien enemies. The goal is simple: survive 20 intense rounds by choosing the right weapons, upgrades, and character traits. Each run lasts about 25 minutes, making it perfect for quick but addictive sessions. The fun comes from experimenting with different builds. You can become a rapid-firing gunner, a melee powerhouse, or a dodge-focused survivor. The upgrade system offers tons of ways to customize your playstyle, making every run feel fresh. With fast-paced action and rewarding progression, Prototo is a game that's easy to pick up but hard to put down. For the King 2 is a turn-based strategy game where you and your friends explore a fantasy world, battle enemies, and make tough choices. Each game is different, with randomized maps and events keeping things fresh every time you play. The game is easy to learn but offers deep strategy. Every move matters in fights and exploration. You can play solo or with friends, making teamwork an important part of the adventure. The fantasy world is both charming and dangerous, with improved visuals adding to the experience. There are some downsides like confusing menus and occasional multiplayer bugs, but if you enjoy strategy, adventure, and co-op gameplay, For the King 2 is a fun and rewarding game worth playing. Hot Wheels Unleashed 2 Turbocharged is an exciting arcade racer with stunning graphics and detailed car models. It builds on the success of the first game by adding new features like double jumps and lateral dashes, making racing feel even more dynamic. The game introduces 6 vehicle classes, adding strategy, but some of the classes feel too similar. There are some annoyances, like forced events where you must use cars that aren't suited for the task, and a lack of unlockable cars, especially older Hot Wheels. The new tracks are creative, though it's disappointing that some classic ones are missing. Jusant is a peaceful climbing adventure with no combat or talking. Instead, the story is told through the world around you as you climb a giant tower. Along the way, you'll discover traces of a lost civilization, making the journey feel mysterious and emotional. The climbing is realistic, with stamina management and natural challenges like shifting rocks, strong winds, and changing sunlight. There are no upgrades or increasing difficulty, but the game stays interesting because it's not too long. Jusant is a calm but powerful experience that proves sometimes the journey itself is the real story. Isonzo is a World War I shooter that takes you to the Italian front, where you'll fight in massive battles across realistic maps. The gameplay is fast and exciting, with different classes to choose from, airstrikes to call in, and even bugles to boost your team's morale. Whether you're charging up mountains, defending trenches, or dodging enemy snipers, every battle feels intense and cinematic. Even though it looks like a realistic war game, it plays more like a mix of Call of Duty and Battlefield, making it easy to pick up and enjoy. It's a fun and addictive shooter that's worth trying if you want something different from modern war games. Moonlighter offers a unique mix of roguelite dungeon exploration and shop management. You play as Will, an adventurer running his late father's shop while braving dangerous, randomized dungeons for valuable loot. Combat is smooth and satisfying, featuring a variety of weapons and a well-designed dodge mechanic. Beyond fighting, you'll need to manage inventory, price goods strategically, and invest in town upgrades to access better gear. The early game can feel slow due to some grinding, but as new dungeons and mechanics unlock, the experience becomes deeply rewarding. Balancing risk and reward is crucial. Venture deeper for rare treasures, but don't get too greedy or you might lose everything. Creatures of Ava is a unique and beautiful game where instead of fighting creatures, you save them. Using a special staff, you heal sick creatures while dodging attacks and making smart moves, creating a fresh and engaging experience. The world is vibrant, filled with stunning landscapes and fascinating creatures that make exploration exciting. The story is deep, emphasizing harmony with nature, and the emotional ending makes the journey even more meaningful. There are minor issues, like occasional camera problems and some weak voice acting, but they don't ruin the experience. If you enjoy games that offer something different, Creatures of Ava is a hidden gem worth playing. Recore is an action-packed adventure that combines fast combat, exciting platforming, and a unique sci-fi world. You play as Jewel, an explorer working to restore life to a desert planet with the help of her robotic companions. Battles are fun and strategic, requiring quick reflexes and smart weapon choices. The platforming is another highlight, offering smooth, precise movement that feels both challenging and rewarding. However, the game has its flaws. The world can feel too large and empty, with excessive backtracking that slows progress. Some areas require completing side missions before advancing, which can be frustrating. Performance issues on older consoles also exist. Despite these drawbacks, Recore delivers a fun mix of combat, exploration, and platforming, making it worth playing. If you enjoy games that test your patience and planning, SnowRunner is a great pick. This isn't about speed, it's about battling rough terrain. From deep mud in Michigan to icy roads in Alaska, every delivery is a challenge. The trucks feel heavy and realistic, so you must plan your route, manage fuel, and drive carefully. Mud, water, and steep hills will slow you down, making every small success feel rewarding. Missions involve delivering cargo, rescuing vehicles, and more, but the objective system can sometimes be unclear. Smaller scout vehicles can also be tricky to control. Co-op mode makes things easier, letting you take on tough jobs with friends. While it is slow-paced, it offers a deep and satisfying experience. If you like realistic driving games that reward smart planning and persistence, this is one to try. Warhammer 40,000. Darktide is a thrilling co-op shooter that feels like Left 4 Dead set in the brutal Warhammer 40k universe. You and your team play as criminals forced to fight endless waves of terrifying enemies. Combat is fast and intense, blending brutal melee attacks with satisfying gunplay. Each class has unique abilities, adding depth and strategy to every mission. The dark atmosphere, epic soundtrack, and chaotic battles make every match feel unpredictable. Performance issues can be frustrating and the progression system can feel slow. But with friends, the intense action and teamwork make up for these flaws. Sunset Overdrive is for those who love fast action, crazy humor, and over-the-top movement. An energy drink turns people into terrifying mutants, throwing the city into chaos. Instead of taking a serious approach, the game embraces the madness with bright colors, punk rock energy, and hilarious dialogue. What makes Sunset Overdrive stand out is its incredible movement system. You don't just run, you grind on rails, bounce off cars, and zip across the city in the most exciting way possible. Combat is just as wild, with creative weapons that reward stylish play. With its comic book-inspired art, over-the-top characters, and explosive gameplay, Sunset Overdrive is an underrated gem. If you haven't played it yet, now's the perfect time to jump in. Rage 2 is a fast and exciting shooter with high-speed combat, powerful weapons, and fun abilities like Shatter and Overdrive. The action feels great with aggressive enemies and upgrades that make fights even more intense. The game has a neon-soaked post-apocalyptic world with impressive environments. You play as a hero on a revenge mission against a cyber-enhanced general, taking on car races, arena battles, and enemy base. The gameplay is fun, but the open world feels empty and missions become repetitive. The story isn't very engaging and the characters are forgettable. The upgrade menus can also be a bit confusing. Even with these flaws, Rage 2 is a great choice if you love fast-paced combat and chaotic gunfights. It may not be deep, but it delivers plenty of action. Lost in Random is a dark fairy tale adventure where dice rolls decide your fate. You play as Even, a brave girl searching for her kidnapped sister in the eerie Tim Burton-style world of Random. Each of its 6 lands has bizarre rules and quirky characters like Two Town, where everyone has 2 personalities. Combat is just as unique. You use a slingshot to gather energy from enemies, then roll your living dice dicey to play powerful cards. These give you weapons, spells, and special abilities, making every battle unpredictable and fun. With its spooky art, quirky characters, and creative combat, Lost in Random is a hidden gem worth rolling the dice on. Ashen is an open-world action RPG where you play as a traveler looking for a home in a beautiful but dangerous world. As you explore, you meet random players, you can team up, invite them, or move on, making the adventure feel natural. Combat is based on stamina, similar to Dark Souls but with its own style. Every fight matters. The world changes as you play, so no 2 journeys feel the same. Some bosses are easier than expected, but the art, exploration, and teamwork make Ashen worth playing. Metal Slug Tactics brings a fresh take on the classic series, blending tactical strategy with the fast-paced action fans love. You lead a squad through strategic battles, upgrading weapons and skills while carefully planning each move. The mix of quick combat and thoughtful tactics makes every mission engaging. The game's art style stays true to the original Metal Slug while feeling modern, and the iconic soundtrack enhances the excitement. The story maintains the series' nostalgic charm, while the challenge and replayability encourage experimenting with different characters and strategies. However, issues like animation glitches, short missions, and some unbalanced roguelike elements hold it back. Despite this, Metal Slug Tactics remains a fun and rewarding experience for fans of the series. Evil West features 2-player online co-op, letting you and a friend battle vampires and monstrous creatures in a chaotic, blood-soaked world. The 12-hour campaign takes you through stunning levels, though the environments can feel repetitive. Fast-paced combat is the highlight, offering a mix of weapons and powers to keep things engaging. However, limited enemy variety can make encounters feel repetitive. The story is simple, centered on revenge with a Wild West twist. While new combat mechanics are introduced over time, the lack of diverse enemies and level design can lead to monotony. Despite its flaws, Evil West delivers fun, high-energy action and an intense mindless brawler with a touch of story. Humanity is a mind-bending puzzle game where you play as a glowing Shiba Inu, guiding massive crowds through tricky obstacle courses. It feels like Lemmings meets Ratchet and Clank, as you place commands like turn, jump, and even shoot to help people reach their goal. Watching thousands of tiny humans move and interact is both fun and mesmerizing. With stylish visuals, relaxing music, and endless challenges, Humanity is a hidden gem that puzzle lovers shouldn't miss. Lonely Mountains Downhill is an incredibly addictive biking game that offers a pure, immersive experience with no music or distractions, just you, your bike, and the sounds of nature. It feels peaceful until a mistimed turn sends you flying off a cliff. The smooth gameplay, intuitive controls, and realistic physics make every ride feel authentic. Each trail has multiple routes, encouraging exploration and mastery. While easy to learn, the game is surprisingly tough to master, especially in free rider mode, where checkpoints and brakes are removed, demanding pure skill. Whether you seek a relaxing ride through stunning landscapes or a fast-paced, adrenaline-fueled challenge, Lonely Mountains Downhill delivers an unforgettable biking adventure. RoboQuest is a high-speed first-person shooter with roguelite elements, delivering non-stop action. Set in a futuristic wasteland, you play as a robot guardian battling waves of enemy bots. Whether solo or in 2-player co-op, every run feels fresh with randomly generated levels, full of intense combat and surprises. The game offers a vast arsenal of weapons and upgrades, letting you customize your robot to match your playstyle. With multiple classes, each featuring unique abilities and permanent upgrades between runs, you steadily grow stronger. Tough boss fights test your skills, while an electrifying soundtrack keeps the adrenaline pumping. With smooth controls, addictive gameplay, and thrilling co-op action, RoboQuest is a must-play for shooter and roguelite fans. That's it for our list of hidden gem that we missed. Let us know in the comments if you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell so you don't miss out on more great game recommendations. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.